So I think we are done with the image positioning. Now here's a new thing that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the nth child pseudo class for the figure tag. So big words like pseudo class and something. So you can go on the internet and just search for them. It's just a big term with really simple meaning. So you can actually go on the web and find the meaning of it. But I'm trying to explain it to the best of my ability over here. So now the figure tag has its first child as P1, the second as P2, the third as P3, and the fourth as P4. So using the nth child element, we can actually select the first. You can select P1 using the nth child pseudo class. I'm just gonna show you how you do it. Now the first thing you got to do is type in the uh, actually the element HTML element which you got to select, and then you need to type the nth child, and in the brackets you need to pass the child which you need to actually select. Now I'm selecting the first child, that is the first image over here, that is P1, the one with the snowy mountains. So that's the first image that I'm selecting, and you can actually pass any integer value over here, or even a formula like 1 plus 1 would actually select the second image, or you can pass values like even, which will select all even values, or odd, which can select all even odd values as well. Now over here we are going to use the animation property. The first value which you are going to write is the name of the animation. So I think we'll go with the crossfade name, along with now the space, the duration of the animation, so 24 seconds, the delay, which I'll keep at 0 seconds, and the iteration count, that is how many times the animation should run. So I'm gonna keep it to infinite. Now we just select the nth child second element and do the same thing but with a different delay. Sorry, select this, copy it, put it 6 seconds. Now actually here's the math. It is 24 second long animation with 4 images, so each image should animate for 6 seconds, right? So the delay is going to be 6 seconds. So, and it's going to add up as we go from the first child to the last child. So the nth child 3, the third one, just going to copy paste it, and this is going to be 12. Similarly, the fourth child over here, it's going to be 18. And actually that's it. And if I actually refresh the page right now, nothing's gonna happen because we haven't animated anything right now. We have just declared the animation property for each of the images. The next thing we got to do is actually write the keyframes. Now to write the keyframes, we use the keyframes space, the name of the animation, so ours is crossfade, and actually if you are on Chrome you need to use this prefix. If you are on Mozilla you need to replace this with -moz. If you are on Opera you need to replace it with -o. Now over here we are going to animate things. Now we are going to set keyframes. So at 0% of the animation, what should happen? At 20% of the animation, what should happen? So these rules we are going to write in this space over here. So for me, for this animation at 0%, I want the opacity to 1. I'd say, I'm just going to copy paste it so it reduces the time. At say 10%, I want the opacity to 1. at say 20%, I want it down to 0. So at 20%, so the animation 20% completed, and at that point of time the image has an opacity of 0. So when the animation is done 10% and as it moves to 20%, the transition in the value of the opacity will happen. So at say 75%, I want the opacity as 0. Then at 98 or 97%, I want the opacity, as 1 in fact. And at 100%, I want it 1 as well. Now while we are talking about keyframes, let me just tell you a few things about this. Now the order in which you put these, so even if I put the 10% one above the 0% one, the browser is going to start from 0. So the way in which, or the order in which you write these, it doesn't matter. The browser first takes the 0%, then and increments it till we get the 100%. Now I think we are almost done. Yeah, I think we are almost done. So let's see how does it look. And there you go. You have an awesome looking slideshow. And this is the first video of the whole series. We are going to actually make a few changes to this animation to look it more awesome. Like we are going to scale it up, we're going to rotate it and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy it, you learn something new, and yeah, that's it. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.